Bala, this is going live in our Mind Academy channel, right?
Yes, sir. Mind Academy YouTube channel. We are there, up and live going.
Great.
Yeah.
So we are all on air. So, yes, sir.
So,
Oh, okay. Sorry, sir. Actually,
be a real Toastmaster.
I was hearing it in the YouTube, so that's what I was responding it to you. Sorry, sir. I was getting a kind of a delayed, message in the YouTube, so that is why I was repeating twice. Sorry, sir.
Shakambari, you're sitting in a classroom.
Oh, this is a way of promoting
Yes.
the YouTube channel.
Yes, Madam Meera, it was
live our club contest. The channel link is given in the chat box.
Classroom.
Yes, ma'am.
Welcome, Mind Master.
Once used to be a
Shamita,
classroom.
Okay.
Mind Academy Toastmasters Club. Mind Master Shamita, welcome to the session.
Good evening,
Welcome
sir.
to the session,
Good evening,
Mind
everyone.
Master Shamika.
Good evening.
Am I audible, sir?
You
Yeah.
are audible, but your voice is very low, Bala. It was okay before, but now the voice is very low. At least for me, I'm not very sure of.
Okay. Is it better, sir?
Now far
It's
better.
okay. It's okay. Yeah.
Now
Great, sir.
better.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So, yeah. So to all the subscribed members of Mind Academy YouTube channel, you might have got a notification. You can just share it into your network. That way we get more audience for our club contest for the evening. Thank you. So to all the subscribed. Toastmaster Deepak.
Fellow Toastmasters, we can start our session in next 4 minutes.
Welcome to the contest, Toastmaster Paul Alapart. Pauletta, thanks for joining.
Toastmaster Paul, sir. Thanks for joining with Mind Academy Toastmasters Club's inaugural club contest, sir. Thank you, sir.
Pauletta, welcome.
Good evening. Good evening. I think there was an echo. That's why I didn't.
Yeah. Good evening, Toastmaster Mohammed San.
Good evening. Hi.
Welcome to the club contest.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, if it is okay, can I check my audio and video settings?
Yes, please, Mind Master Shamita, please go ahead.
Yeah, we are.
Sir, I am visible and audible clearly. Am I audible?
Yeah.
You're audible and
Yeah,
visible.
you're audible and visible.
Visibility a bit far actually. If you can just come closer, it would have been good.
Okay.
Pauletta, good evening. After a long time. Your sound is muted.
Yeah, Pauletta muted. Mute ഒന്ന് മാറ്റി.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. Nice to see you all.
Good evening, Pauletta. Thanks for joining.
Good evening. Good evening, Murli.
Good evening.
All the best.
Thank you.
Welcome, Pauletta. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Manoj.
Thank you, Paul, sir.
It's a pleasure to see you after a long time, actually.
Yeah, it's after a long time. The time was passed. Can't
Yeah.
stop it though.
You cannot.
Good evening, Anit.
Good evening, Club Mentor, Distinguished Toastmaster Anit Kumar, and good evening, Toastmaster Sandeep.
Good afternoon, Anit, and many more happy returns of the day.
Happy birthday, Anit.
Happy birthday, Anit.
Birthday.
Yeah.
Where is he? Is he there, Anit?
It's time to start our session. Fellow Toastmasters and respected guests, good afternoon. Welcome to Mind Academy Toastmasters Club, club number 07717440, area 53, division L, district 79. My name is Deepak Tyagu. We are about to commence our inaugural club contest of Mind Academy Toastmasters Club. To conduct this meeting without any disturbance, I request every one of you to turn off your cell phone or switch it to silent mode. Your cooperation is highly appreciated. Thank you. The mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. In Toastmasters, we do not discuss RSP, that is religion, sex, and politics. Therefore, I request you to refrain from these three topics. To preside over this meeting today, we have an energetic and efficient Toastmaster who believes to move forward, it is essential to move in the right direction. Yes, fellow Toastmasters and guests, please help me welcome with thunderous round of applause our presiding officer for the evening, Toastmaster Balasubramanian.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak sir, for that kind words and an elevated introduction. Rome was not built in a day. Mountains, peaks can't be reached in moments' time. But if the goals are fixed, if we are perseverant, then Rome can be built for sure one day. Today, like many of our preceding sessions, is unique, historic, and notable in our club's journey. It's my honor and privilege to welcome Club President of Periyar Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Sabu, to Mind Academy Toastmasters Club. Welcome to the session, sir. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome Toastmaster Paul Alapat sir for Mind Academy Toastmasters Club. Welcome, sir. It gives me great privilege and honor to welcome Division D Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Koteshwaran sir to Mind Academy Toastmasters Club, sir. Thank you. It gives me honor to welcome club sponsor of Mind Academy Toastmasters Club and also Division D Program Quality Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Murali Krishnan sir. Welcome to the session, sir. Thank you. Toastmaster Manoj sir and our Chief Judge, Distinguished Toastmaster Manoj Nair sir. Welcome to the session, sir. And also to all the other assignees and our distinguished guests, welcome and good afternoon once again. We are going to witness Mind Academy Toastmasters Club's inaugural club contest, evaluation and international speech. Also, we are going to have our club's inaugural club magazine release as well, the Music of the Mind. As a member, I stand overwhelmed at the consistent efforts put in by all the members of Mind Academy Toastmasters Club family. There is a trio on whom I have to make a special mention. To start with, our chief judge for the evening, distinguished Toastmaster Manoj sir. It's been an honor and privilege to have you as our inaugural chief judge, and also the support you have shown throughout the process has been really encouraging, sir. Thank you. The person who gave in self-confidence to the members while the preparation of the speech contest was immense. Distinguished Toastmaster Kotishwaran sir, really and heartfelt thanks for taking us through that process in a precise way. Thank you, sir. And as always, the man who has stood behind the mind, our club sponsor, distinguished Toastmaster Murali Krishnan sir, thanks for being a pillar of support as and when and beyond, whenever it is needed. Thank you, sir. To start with, all the best, my dear fellow contestants for the evening. To take us through today's session, we are having an energetic and positive Toastmaster for the evening, who's going to be the master of ceremonies. Toastmaster Manu Harihar sir, the evening and the session is all yours. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Bala. Good afternoon, dear fellow Toastmasters, judges, and distinguished guests. Welcome you all to this nice evening. Today, we are here to have two exciting contests. One is evaluation and the second one is international speech. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready, contestants? Judges, assignees, and Toastmasters?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. The ultimate victory in a competition is derived from the inner satisfaction of knowing that you have done your best and you have gotten the most out of what you had to give. This is the nice words by Howard Cosell, an American sports journalist. So with this, we will just go through some points which will be applicable for both the contests. Our timer will show the color cards for signaling the time. The timing will commence with the contestant first verbal or non-verbal communication. This usually will be the first word uttered by the contestant, but would include any other communication such as sound effects or staged act by another person, etc. Also, one advice, do not miss to pin the timer. Toastmaster Sandeep Madhavan before speaking. Timer will also notify the time for the judges ballot filling, that is 1 minute after each contestant and 3 minutes after the last contestant. Then if you have any protest and disqualification, only the contestants and judges may file a protest. All protests must be made either with the chief judge or the contest chair prior to the announcement of the winners. Okay. And about the winners, since we have more than 5 contestants in each contest, there will be awards for the winner, first runner-up and second runner-up for both the contests. The winner and runner-up will represent our club in the area level contest. In the event, if they are not able to participate in the contest in the area level, the second runner-up will represent our club. This completes the briefing for the contestant because already the contestants are attended the pre-briefing sessions. Any questions from contestants?
No, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Today, we have a panel of judges headed by a dedicated Toastmaster, a competent leader with extensive experience as a judge and chief judge, who brings with him an equally capable panel of judges to assist him for the today's session. Please join me in welcoming our chief judge, DTM Manoj Nair. Sir, please.
Yeah. Thank you, contestant Toastmaster Manu, for that nice words. And all is set. Everybody is ready. We are going to start the historic first contest for Mind Academy Toastmasters. A well-prepared, organized contest. I hope it will go all success. So as contest chair noticed, there are some few points which I want to mention before the start of the contest. Hopefully we are going to start with evaluation contest first. So the contestants and assignees have been briefed and aware of the contest rules. All contestants have drawn their speaking order, already shared with all the judges. And I am sure all the assignees as well as the speakers will be knowing their speaking order. For the benefit of the audience, I just want to brief that the time allotted for evaluation is 2 to 3 minutes with 30 seconds grace period on either side. This means a speaker who will speak less than 1 minute 30 seconds or more than 3 minutes 30 seconds will be disqualified. To assist the speakers to manage their time, we have assigned one chief timer and a timer. He will be displaying timer Sandeep. He is the chief timer. Toastmaster Sandeep is the chief timer. You can see him in the screen. So all are requested to pin the timer before going for speaking. Okay. The speaker's time commences with the first verbal or non-verbal communication with the audience. The contestants are requested to pin the timer in each contest. There will be 1 minute silence between speeches and 3 minutes silence at the end of the contest for the judges to complete their ballots. The contest chairperson will introduce each contestant in their speaking order by calling out contestant number, the name of the contestant, and contestant number. The designated area of speaking is in front of the Zoom camera. We advise you to speak in front of the camera as you should be visible to the judges as well as the audience. During the international speech contest, during the evaluation speech contest, there is a special notion you have to, you all contestants have to take down, because you will be going to the breakout room when it's all set. Except the first contestant, all will be escorted to the breakout room. There will be an observer there. He will be observing you. What are you doing? So you are supposed to keep your camera on all the time, as well as the evaluation note, whatever you have taken, to be kept down. And you are not supposed to refer any gadgets during that time. Okay, the person will be observing you, and please take care of all these things. I am sure all will abide by the required rules and regulations without fail. While speaking, there should not be any distractions to the speakers. All are requested to keep their mobile phones muted, as well as any other devices, if you are using it, should be muted. Then, while judges are filling their ballots, you are all requested to keep silence during that time also. Now,
DTM Manoj, your voice is muted.
Demuted. I'm sorry. Yeah. To help me conduct the contest in a meticulous and professional manner, I have a panel of illustrious judges and assignees. I will not be introducing the judges as per Toastmasters International rules. Anyway, you should be aware of our assignees. As I mentioned, Toastmaster Sandeep Madhavan is the chief timer. And he will be because the person who you have to pin is Toastmaster Sandeep Madhavan. You can see him in the screen with timer Sandeep. Okay. Then our second timer will be Toastmaster Josben. He will be assisting Toastmaster Sandeep Madhavan during the time. Now, there will be tally counters for the judges to please note. Toastmaster Rakesh Pillai and Toastmaster Ramesh Nambia. Both will be the tally counters. The judges are requested to send the ballot properly mentioning the first three positions to the tally counters as well as the chief judge. Please send to all three, chief judge as well as the tally counters for cross-checking. And just to ensure that there is no disturbance, once again, please, all are requested to keep their mobile phones muted. Now, are there any questions?
No, sir.
Are there any questions from the contestants?
No.
Everything is fine, everybody? Okay. Are the timers ready?
Yes.
Sandeep? Yeah, fine. Are the judges ready? Anyway, I am not expecting an answer from the judges. I'm sure they are all ready.
You can pass that to you.
In that case, I think it is all set. Yeah, contest chair, we can start the contest. All the best to the contestants and assignees. All the best. Over to contest chair.
Thank you, Chief Judge DTM Manoj, for this nice briefing. And I hope all contestants understood the rules and regulations of this. So, Toastmasters, let us begin with the exciting contest of evaluation contest first. Evaluation is an art of listening and which provides an important learning and feedback mechanism to the speaker. Evaluations are like our ECG monitoring units from which the doctor will decide about our heart health. They take note of the same and decide about the medication or procedures to maintain the health. Similarly, our evaluators will mention the speech effect on him, what speaker did well, areas where the speaker could improve, and specific recommendation for improvements. These constructive evaluations will always help our speakers to be a better speaker. Today, in the evaluation contest, a speech will be given by a target speaker, and the contestant shall listen to the speech carefully. So, let us see how our contestants will be fair today in the art and science of this evaluation. Total 6 Toastmasters are participating in this contest, and I will read out the name with the slots. First, contestant number 1 is Toastmaster Balasubramaniam. Contestant number 2 is Madam Toastmaster Vijita Murali. Contestant number 3 is Madam Toastmaster Jyoti Jain Warrior. Contestant number 4 is Toastmaster Murali Rao. Contestant number 5 is Madam Toastmaster Shakampari. And contestant number 6 is Toastmaster Mehul Chauhan. So, as everybody is ready, we will begin the contest and the target speaker. Our target speaker for the today's evaluation contest is youth leader Shamita Rajashekar, with a speech entitled A Cruise with Shamita. Please help me to invite youth leader Shamita Rajashekar, who is studying in 9th grade at IISJ. She is a self-motivated person, good listener, and a quick learner. Shamita Rajashekar, A Cruise with Shamita. A Cruise with Shamita, Shamita Rajashekar.
Sir, can you give the option of pinning because I can't pin the timer's video?
റിസൾട്ട് ആർക്കാ അയച്ചു കൊടുക്കേണ്ടത്? ഞാൻ എന്റേത് പറഞ്ഞു തന്നാ പോരെ?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Begins with a smile, said Mother Teresa. Do you all see me smiling? Because I'm the peace. Shamata means peace. 9th of May 2006 was a memorable day for Mr. Rajashekar and Mrs. Sarita. It was the day that the pearl of their life was born. You're about to listen to the story of that pearl by that pearl. Respected Toastmasters and all my dear friends, a cool good evening to one and all. From the moment I was born, my parents were extremely happy and peaceful. They were caring, loving, and protective shell of this pearl. My dad is my role model. He works for Saudi Aramco. He always shares the early struggles in his life. He has been a motivation and learning for me on how to deal with the challenges of my life. My mom is a homemaker, a wonderful homemaker and a lovely cook. Do you want to know a day of fun at my mom's kitchen? One day, she was making my favorite sweet gulab jamun. After I waited for a few hours, she gave me a glue stick, which was a hard rock stuck to a stick. The hard rock was the jamun and the stick was the spoon stuck to it. I want to take you all on a cruise ride of my life, and hopefully it will be an interesting sail. Are you all ready? Our first destination, my childhood. When I was 11 months old, I was shifted to Kuwait from India. That time, I was not very naughty, but maybe a bit. That time, my mother was working in a school. One day, when she returned back from her work, she saw that onions were scattered in front of her apartment, like scattered seashells on a seashore. She said to herself, nowadays, parents are not taking care of their children anymore, letting them loiter in others' house. When she entered the kitchen to prepare food, she was shocked to know that all the onions were missing. Then she realized the naughty child who scattered all the onions were none other than her own pearl. This was a little insight of my early childhood. When I was 2 years old, I was shifted to India. I had the opportunity to learn my regional language Tamil at Chennai, India. And when I was 4 years old, I had the opportunity to learn Bharatanatyam, a classical form of Indian dance, and I started learning it. In my opinion, dance is the hidden language of my soul. My great wish is to make my dream to come true, that is to perform my Arangetram, the public portrayal of my classical dance. When words fail, music speaks. I love playing guitar as my expression of love towards music. I discovered my music inclination when I was a child, and I'm still learning all of them. My aim is to scale greater heights using these talents in me. Our next destination, my life in Saudi Arabia. When I was 7 years old, we shifted to Al Azhar, Saudi Arabia. When I was 9 years old, we shifted to Jubail. And currently, I'm studying in grade 9 at International Indian School, Al Jubail. When I was studying in grade 6, my parents identified my speaking skills and trained me a lot. It was my parents who discovered the gem in me and decided to polish it. I excelled in school, both in academics as well as in co-curricular activities. The fruit of my hard work, enabled by the caring support of my lovely parents, took me to the top level, and I achieved the All-Rounder Best Performer of the Year 2018 at my school. Our last stop for now is my ambition in life. Do you all want to know what I aspire to be? I want to become a detective officer. I want to be a source of motivation. I want to solve crimes and bring justice to people. I want to be an agent of truth and righteousness to correct the enemies of freedom. Dear Toastmasters, our voyage through the Pacific Shamatha Ocean has reached its final destination. And it is here where we stop cruising and start taking things with focus to enhance ourselves and to achieve our goals. It is here where we should find our gem in ourselves. Over to the contest chair.
Thank you. Audience, please keep silence for evaluation contestants to prepare their notes. Timer, TM Sandeep, please give intimation on the completion of this 5 minutes.
Toastmaster Manu, time up. 5 minutes over.
Yeah, please, contestants, please stop writing. Now 5 minutes is over. The allotted time is over. So, Master,
Yes.
please escort all other contestants except the first contestant to the breakout room.
Contestants 2 to 6, you will be receiving a message now to move to the breakout room. Please accept that.
Yeah, contestant, please keep your notes upside down. Mobile phones or any other communication devices should not be used now.
Have you received
Also,
the messages?
yeah.
I will just move in there and come back.
Yeah. Contestant number 1, Toastmaster Balasubramaniam. Toastmaster Balasubramaniam, contestant number 1.
Am I audible to all?
Yes.
Thank you. The key challenge of human existence is understanding your own self. Fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guest, and youth leader Shamita in particular, good evening. It was an excellent informative speech delivered by you, youth leader Shamita. Let me take this opportunity to analyze your speech. It had a great opening when you started off with a smile and a quote. And from there, you started taking us all through the journey from where it started in 2009. You started by quoting how happy your parents were as they were seeing you for the first time in 2009, and moving beyond how they felt you, feeling that you are no less than a pearl. Indeed, it was a good start, if I have to say so. And there was a great softer transition going forward, starting from your 11 months, where you explained us how you were naughty through the journey as a toddler, and then coating seashells in a seashore was really interesting. Ploy, taking us further to the next set. And the transition from there onto your 2 years old, learning your regional language was something, again, an interesting ploy, keeping us all in the hooks. And as you were transferring into your 7-year-old age category, where you were looking in for option to show your exhibit your skills, was something also interesting to learn about. And from there on, your journey towards Saudi Arabia and culmination of getting into your confirmation of what you want to achieve in life was something interesting. You had an excellent body language. You sounded extremely confident. You were oozing on that. and your speech had a lot of tweaky and interesting gestures through your voice and actions. That was something which was really interesting to learn as an audience. You kept us all in the story, The Cruise with Shamita, and great learning. Now, let me take into the aspects where you could have enhanced the speech further. You concluded saying that, like, it's always good to find the gem within yourself, but you could have re-emphasized that aspect further. How they can find it out with an example or two would have been highly helpful. When you were adding some insights into the gulab jamun aspect of it, maybe the transition part, you could have emphasized more fun through some means, would have been also made it an interesting journey for us as well. Overall, you're a confident and excellent speaker, youth leader, Shamita. With these recommendations of mine, I guess you're going to do excellent as a speaker. Thank you, Master Assemblies. Back to you.
Yeah. Thank you. I request all of you to observe a 1-minute silence for the judges to compute their points. Timer, please give intimation on the completion of 1 minute. And Zoom Master, meanwhile, you can bring the second contestant, Madam Toastmaster Vijitha Murali.
Time up. 1 minute over.
Yeah, thank you, Timer. Now, our contestant number 2, Madam Toastmaster Vijitha Murali. Vijitha Murali, contestant number 2.
Am I audible? Am I visible? Am I visible? Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, and youth leader Shamita Rajsekar in particular. A good afternoon to all of you. Shamita, that was indeed a very wonderful cruise drive you had taken us all on through a journey of your life, your destinations. It was just wonderful listening to you. Such a confident speaker you are. The language, it was just so easy to follow. It was just flowing like a river. The events that you had all were in a chronological order. It was absolute pleasure to listen to you. You are a very brilliant speaker. The language skills that you have, the vocal variety that you brought about, and the hand gestures and the body language, all they exhumed confidence that you had within you. I would like to say that Shamita has given us a gist of all that she has gone through in this tender age of hers. Right from the beginning, when she was born, like she said, peace begins with a smile. And she told us about her name meaning peace. And it was a wonderful, literally, she just took us along right from the word she started with, peace. We were all along there with you, Shamita, as you took us through your journey of life, your events. And I even had places where you had sprinkled humor. The thing that you brought about, like the onions that were scattered, and your mother was wondering this. Parents don't take care of their kids anymore. And she found out it was the doing of her own pearl. It was just a wonderful story that you shared with us all. I totally enjoyed your speech. I think you are a great speaker, and you're going to make us all proud with all your achievements in the future too. as recommendation, I have only two simple recommendations for you to make the speech even more livelier. I think that instead of you ending the speech at the last, saying that this is the destination, you have a long journey in front of you, my dear. You're just a young girl and you have so many things waiting for you in the future. So instead of just abruptly saying that the destination is here, you could have said the journey continues and I'm on the cruise still. And I don't know what all is in store for you, me in this journey. That would have been a better way of ending your speech. And I think a little bit of motivation and inspiration could have been added as a central theme for the audience, so that they take back some message when they go back. Apart from this, I think you are a brilliant speaker. The language skills, your confidence, your body gestures, everything is just wonderful. I know you're a champion in the making, and I want to hear more and more speeches from you. Thank you so much. Over to the contest chair.
Thank you. And again, I request all of you to observe 1 minute silence for the judges to compute their points. Timer, please help on this and give intimation on completion of 1 minute. And meanwhile, Zoom master, please bring third contestant, Jyoti Warrior, from the breakout room.
Time up. 1 minute over.
Thank you. Thank you. 1 minute is over. Now we'll go to third contestant. Contestant number 3, Madam Toastmaster Jyoti Jain Warrior. Madam Toastmaster Jyoti Jain Warrior, contestant number 3.
Thank you. Contest chair, Toastmasters, and youth leader Shamita in particular. Good afternoon, everyone. Shamita, it was a wonderful speech. You spoke from your heart. 3 things I loved about your speech was you were very positive in approaching life, and it really created a beautiful picture of you and your family in front of us. Your body language was exceptional, and it just made your delivery very pleasant and even enjoyable. And your enthusiasm and energy was splendid. Now let me analyze further. The characters in your family, you portrayed them well, your father, your mother. And you could make a connection with me, with the audience. For example, when you explained about, the onions went missing and it was a naughty child. So I think as a naughty child or as a mother of naughty children or parents of naughty children, the whole of the audience could connect with that of the mischief the children do. And also it had a pinch of humor. And about the body, yeah, the introduction was good. The body of the speech was good, and you concluded in a very well manner. Moving on to some points of improvement. When you were explaining the live phase, I know you had the limitation of a virtual platform, but still you could have made it a little more effective if you just kept moving, or you distinctly showed the different destinations that you were explaining. And you could have emphasized more when you came to the last destination where you had something, a message that you had to give to the audience. But overall, it was a beautiful journey that you took us along with you. And I see a beautiful storyteller in the making in you. So wishing you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you. Over to you, contest chair.
Yeah, we will keep 1 minute silence for judges to compute their points. Timer, please intimate that. And meantime, Zoom Master, you can bring the fourth contestant, Toastmaster Murali Rao.
Okay, am I visible and audible?
Yes.
So should I
Timer.
start the evaluation or like?
No, Murali, please wait. Judges are in computing the points.
Okay, sorry.
Toastmaster Manu, time up. Please proceed.
Yeah. So 1 minute is over. Now we have contestant number 4, Toastmaster Murali Rao. Toastmaster Murali Rao, contestant number 4.
Am I visible and audible? Hello?
Yes. You are visible. Yes, yes. Proceed, proceed.
Yeah.
Good evening, dear friends and Toastmasters, and especially to dear Shamita, taking us through the ocean of peace. Wow, that was quite something, Shamita. It was a beautiful narration. You took us through all the experiences that you had. And let me congratulate you on one thing, which is your clarity and comfort with the audience. I could see the moments that you were making. That was excellent. Of course, your command over the language was very visible. And as we passed through your journey from the different phases in India, then Saudi, and then your future, we were almost riding the waves. And of course, your gestures, your hand gestures was equally good. And I can tell you that you are an international speaker in the making. There are few things that probably in the narration I found that we could improvise. Like, for example, when you talked about your journey in India, I was waiting to hear about your friends. I guess you talked everything about yourself, your family very beautifully, but I was trying to see probably where were your friends around. So that was one piece which was missing. And even though it's very difficult to pick something on your speech, but let me give it another try. The conclusion when you came about your future action, you really want to do something good for the society. Somehow I felt that the connect between the story, the phases that you have gone through, and the conclusion was a little missing, even though that's a small thing in the whole piece. As far as riding the Shamita wave is concerned, I thoroughly enjoyed your description. And yes, thank you for making us a part of your journey. And wishing you all the very best in future. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we will again keep 1 minute silence for judges to compute their points. Timer, please help on this. And Zoom Master, you can bring contestant number 5, Madam Toastmaster Shakampari, to the main room.
Toastmaster Manu, what should I do? Should I remain here or?
Yeah, you can remain here now. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
One minute over.
Yeah. Toastmaster Shakambari is there.
Yes, she was here.
Yeah, contestant number 5, Madam Toastmaster Shakambari. Madam Toastmaster Shakambari, contestant number 5.
Zoom Master, am I audible?
Yeah.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, judges, and contestants. Madam Toastmaster Sharmila, you started off with a beautiful quote about smile from Mother Teresa. And I cannot but deny the fact that your smile is contagious. Right from the beginning till the end, you kept us smiling and the humor only developed. And you had a lot of memories that took us back to the days of our childhood. The way you looked up to your father as a role model and how you saw your mother as a cook, and only a child can take that right to mock at a mother's cooking skills, and you did that beautifully. And you were sharing the motivation, the lessons that you took from your father, and it was really like reading a book from one chapter to another, from age 1 to age 2 to age 4. You took us through several chapters in that book of yours, and your use of body language was excellent, I should say. And when you talked about the zeal that you had for learning new skills, be it Bharatanatyam or learning music in the form of playing guitar, or several other activities that you mentioned, your speaking skills that your parents trained and molded you into, all of that showed how ardently you and passionately you took it up and how you wanted to follow it. And you also gave beautiful comparisons, how like a gem you shone, and your parents only polished you to make you shine better and more brighter. It was wonderful, and you took us through a beautiful ride on your cruise. When I think of recommendations that I could give, with your permission, I can think of some challenges that the virtual world puts us through. Your audio was a bit lower. That was one point that I think you could have worked on. And the other parts of the speech were just tremendous. It was like going on a beautiful journey on a ship, taking us through cherishable moments. And you gave us wonderful stops here and there, making us look at the different destinations that you also had a look into. And then you took the ship to a final destination where you said you now had your own passion to become a detective. I just hope and pray that one day you become a great detective, and me, like Watson, accompanying the Sherlock Holmes, I just get one opportunity of that sort. Thank you.
I request all to observe 1 minute silence for the judges to compute their points. Timer, I need your help again, please. Meantime, please, Zoom Master, you can bring the contestant number 6, Toastmaster Mehul Chauhan.
Time up, Toastmaster Manu.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Sandeep. Yeah. Now, Toastmaster Mehul Chauhan is there. Yeah. Contestant number 6, Toastmaster Mehul Chauhan. Toastmaster Mehul Chauhan, contestant number 6. Yeah, Mehul, you can proceed.
Okay. Am I audible? Am I visible? Okay. It is said that life is a journey. Let's make it beautiful. When Shamita started the speech title, The Cruise with Shamita, it was very evident that what she is taking us through. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster, contest chair, and fellow contestant. First of all, congratulations to Shamita for providing us such a wonderful speech to evaluate. The title of the speech was itself telling us what we are looking into. She started the speech with a quote from Mother Teresa about the life and the journey, which was calling the attention of the audience. Then she moved and took us through the various steps very important in her life. And it was like a flawless journey, like flowing river through the various parts of a mountain. And I could see and get connected to her journey. And she did that very effectively, very beautifully. What I could observe was also she used her hand gestures while saying, when words stop, the music speaks. So she used her hand gestures very effectively. The command on the language was great. She used quotes to get the attention of the speakers. And she did all that a good speaker can do to deliver a great speech. As we all know, all the speech has something that really we can improve on. The one thing that I could notice it when she was talking about gulab jamun, she said it was hard rock and a spoon. So what I could get disconnected was that was the message she wanted to deliver with that incident. So probably the structure of the speech could have been a little bit better, and that would have helped. At the age of 14, delivering such a marvelous speech on the journey, I would expect, and I am very much interested now to listen her great speeches in her life move forward as she moves on the journey. All the very best to the speaker and looking forward to her motivational journey. Not she can be detective, but she can be a great motivational speaker as well. Over to you, contest chair. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, dear Toastmasters, that was our last contestant for this evaluation contest. Now, this time we will remain silent for 3 minutes instead of 1 minute while judges will complete their ballots. Timers, please give intimation on the completion of this 3 minutes, and also kindly deliver the timer reports of the contestants to the Chief Judge. Chief Judge, please raise your hand once your ballot is given to tally counters, please. Thanks.
Sure. I will do.
Three minutes over.
Thank you, judges. I hope all the ballots were, or you need more time, Chief Judge?
What I feel is it is better you can proceed with the other things so that judges will come over. No worries, because it will take some time here. Okay.
So we will go with some contest participation certificate distribution for this evaluation contest. Let me request Zoom Master, Toastmaster Manoj to display the certificates of the participation to our evaluation contestants.
Sure, we'll do that now.
Yeah. Maybe I can call now up all the participants for the distribution. Manoj?
Yes, I'll just share the screen.
Yeah, please. So for contestant number 1, Balasubramaniam, Toastmaster Balasubramaniam. Contestant number 2, Madam Toastmaster Vijita Murali. Contestant number 3, Madam Toastmaster Jodi Jain Warrior. Contestant number 4, Toastmaster Murali Rao. Contestant number 5, Madam Toastmaster Shagampari. And contestant number 6, Toastmaster Mehul Chauhan. And thank you. Wish you all contestants a good luck. Thank you, Manoj. Thank you, Toastmaster Manoj. Now it is the time for our most awaited event in this evening, the release of our magazine, Music of Minds. For the proceedings for this, I am pleased to invite our Honorable President of the club, Toastmaster Balasubramaniam. Over to you, President.
Thanks a lot, Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Manu sir, for those kind words. And you rightly said, it's the most awaited segment of this inaugural session. How do anyone leave behind the traces in the years and decades and centuries to come? By penning down your thoughts, laying down your vision for the future, the best way one can set forward in historic options. There was a great task which was taken by our Vice President Public Relations, Madam Toastmaster Meera Nambiar ma'am. Collecting the thoughts, putting it in shape, and delivering it in the best possible way, I guess. There will be very limited options. You could have done much better than this, I believe so. It was a Herculean task which was done with precision. To deliver the editorial address for our club's inaugural magazine, The Musings of the Mind, I hereby welcome the magazine's editor, Madam Toastmaster Meera Nambiar. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, President Bala. Fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, good evening. It is indeed an honor for me to inaugurate our precious magazine, The Musings of the Mind. It is a dream come true for all of us to bring out a magazine within a year of inception of our club. From idea generation to rollout, it has been an inspiring journey. And it would be noteworthy to mention the contribution of each member, our mentors, our sponsors, and the Toastmastering fraternity. I would say without hesitation that this wholehearted support was the fuel which drove the magazine engine to fruition. It is a magazine full of life, vitality, and positivity, which I feel mirrors us as a club. I did enjoy the experience and more so the creative freedom given to me by the team. The magazine cover, if you will notice later, has a Gond painting, which is an art popularized by the Gond tribe in India. This tribe believed that the painting brought them good luck. I wish luck always favors the Mind Academy Toastmasters Club. Thank you.
Indeed, ma'am, you were kind enough to quote us as the fuel, but the driver who was in the seat was taking us in the right direction as always, ma'am. Thank you for those enlightening words, and it's been a great pleasure joining along with you as far as the musings of the mind is concerned. Thank you, ma'am, once again. We have a tall leader amongst us to release the musings of the mind and share his thoughts and views about the musings of the mind. Division D Director, distinguished Toastmaster Kotishwaran sir, we would request you to release the magazine and also to share your thoughts and reflections with regards to musings of the mind. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President Toastmaster Bala and VPPR Toastmaster Meera for this wonderful effort in the magazine. Now, first, I would officially release the magazine, then I'll go for a quote. So, we are releasing the magazine officially. Am I audible, Bala?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President, for this wonderful opportunity to release the digital magazine. Dear district, division, area, and club officials, and my dear fellow Toastmaster and members of Mind Academic Toastmasters Club. I would like to convey my sincere gratitude and congratulations for the mentors and the sponsors of the Mind Academic Toastmasters Club. See, in Tamil, Saint Tirulur says, "ஈன்ற பொழுதினும் பெரிதுவக்கும் தன் மகனை சான்றோன் என காட்டத்தாய்." In a simple language, let me just narrate this. The mother who hears her son called a wise man or a scholar will rejoice more than she did at his birth. In my opinion, especially this woman, DTM Murli and DTM Vijita Murli, being a mentors and sponsors of the club, might be rejoicing today's moment as a parents more than what when the club has been charted. Isn't it, DTM Murli?
Of course, sir.
Yeah. Next is the wonderful XCOM. I admired the leadership of Toastmaster Bala, who adopted a very simple technique. He created urge of learning among the members, which they were harvesting today. The committed and commendable effort from Mr. President and the XCOM. Now, finally, today's those magazine, hero, I recall it as an heroine of the magazine, VPPR. Let me share a small experience with Toastmaster Meera. I received a WhatsApp message saying that, "Sir, we need an article from you." You won't believe. There was a continuous message till I received a final message, "Thank you for your article." I realized one thing, that do not underestimate the power of Toastmaster Meera, especially with respect to the age. Even today, she is capable of competing with Usain Bolt. I think she has got the tremendous amount of energy and efficiency. You might be seeing this Facebook, how those events are being posted and managed. Today, she could be able to bring out, it's a kind of a world connect. She did it with the magazine. You might be seeing from the youth leaders to the leaders, great leaders. She collected all the magazines and just presented today. As also, she mentioned in her speech that from the inception, it's very, very, very difficult to bring out such a magazine in a short period of time. I would like to say that Toastmaster Meera, you are a great president for Mind Academic Toastmasters Club. Of course, your contribution needs more. Please continue your contribution to the Mind Academic Toastmasters Club. Of course, in general, if I want to create a tagline for Mind Academic Toastmasters Club, I will say that there is a group of intellectuals. So your journey is long way to go. I wish all the best for all your success, especially Toastmaster Bala and VPPR Toastmaster Meera ma'am. You did an excellent job today. This is proud to be part of this magazine release. Over to you, Mr. President.
Thanks a lot, distinguished Toastmaster Kotishwaran sir, for those encouraging and inspiring words for us, the team Mind. For sure, the journey with respect to the magazine is going to be there as a continuous process. Thank you, sir, once again for those reassuring and encouraging words. It's my privilege and honor to welcome my mentor and the club sponsor of Mind Academy Toastmasters Club, Murali Krishnan sir, to share the remarks with respect to the club magazine, Musings of the Mind, and also the journey from where the seed was sown. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Murali Krishnan sir.
Thank you, Mr. President Bala, for those nice words. Mr. President, Division D Director, DTM Kotishwaran, immediate past Division L Director, DTM Satagopan, Area 29 Director, DTM Anit Kumar, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, good afternoon. It is indeed a great moment for all of us at Mind Academy for two reasons today. A great day and great moment when we have our first contest as well as our first edition of magazine getting released. Indeed a great moment. I'm, as DDD rightly mentioned, indeed a time for rejoice. And at the same time, let me also mention our sponsor, DTM Biju Sia, and our mentor, DTM Anit Kumar, who are also equally rejoicing today, seeing the growth that we have made so far. Thank you, DTM Anit and DTM Biju, for your contributions too, for whatever we have seen today. And as we know, Toastmasters is all about communication and leadership. But unfortunately, when it comes to communication, we think that only speaking is communication. It's equally all about reading, writing, and speaking. And what best this newsletter or magazine can give? You know, as Bala rightly mentioned in his address, that you can leave your trails only by writing. So this is what I still remember my initial days, you know, when I joined Birla Cellulosic, my first job in Gujarat. Those days, you know, land phones were not that common and mobiles were ultra luxury. And I used to write letters to my loved ones. And it takes at least a week or two to reach, you know, when you post it, reach that much of time to reach there. And I used to mark whether I replied or yet to reply. Those memories are still fresh and it feels really nostalgic when you think about that. But with this WhatsApp and Facebook era, we have really lost touch of those nice moments. I've kept those letters with me and, you know, at times I go through it still, and there are many people who are no more, but they're written, their letters are still fresh. That is the power of writing. That's the power of magazine or newsletter. And I'm so happy that our VPPR has come out with such a noble initiative. And in clubs, normally what happens when we decide to release a magazine, there is a team being formed under VPPR or an editorial committee, and they approach people to give, you know, their articles for the newsletter. But here what happened is like there was a meeting, and in the meeting, VPPR requested everybody to, you know, write some notes about what is your take about Toastmasters and what is your, being the new club, you know, I would say 95% of our members were new, and they started writing their journey or their learnings or their experience or exposure about what Toastmasters is all about. And believe me, the response was so overwhelming that VPPR decided to make it a magazine. That's how it all turned out. It's not about deciding to go for a magazine and then it all happened. It was just a flow of words, just a flow of, you know, thoughts that has come from people. That is what you have witnessed today. This 43-page gigantic magazine speaks volumes about the hard work. I would say not hard work. That was not hard work at all for our members. This is an inspiration, right? Did he rightly mention? That is the kind of inspiration, that's the kind of motivation, that is the kind of encouragement that our Exicom, under the leadership of Toastmaster Bala, has given to the members. And I'm so happy that the enthusiasm is still there, and I hope and wish that this goes a long way in bringing in more and more laurels and making Mind Academy Toastmasters Club one of the best. Coming to the newsletter again, and the icing on the cake, like our VPPR rightly mentioned, is the painting that you see on the cover page. And even though she mentioned only about the gold painting, the creativity is from the VPPR herself. She painted it, even though the painting is altogether known as gold paint, she did it herself. So that was indeed an icing of the cake. Wish you all the very best, Team Mind, and indeed proud to be part of the pack. Over to you, Mr. President.
Thanks a lot, distinguished Toastmaster Murali Krishnan sir, for those inspiring words. You rightly said we will try to stay course, thereby we'll be heading in the right direction. Thank you once again, sir, for inspiring us from the time it started sowing the seed. Thank you, sir, once again.
Thank you.
So with that note, as rightly mentioned by everyone, it's been a great journey going through the process of scripting down the magazine for the very first time as a club. It was a pleasure and overwhelming experience, as rightly said by the distinguished leaders in here. With that note, I hand over the floor back to Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Manu sir. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, President Bala. Thank you, Kotishwaran sir, DTM Kotishwaran sir, and DTM Murali for nice words on the magazine and the people behind the magazine. And after putting or keeping a golden feather on top on the head of our club, we will move to the next section of this evening. Next contest, the International Speech Contest. As the great author Chris Brady said, the great speeches leave you different than you were before when you heard them. You feel something, and that feeling has a lasting impact on you and your life. In this fantastic evening, we have our very best speakers contesting to become the best speaker of our club. 8 speakers are contesting in our international speech contest. Let us hope and wish all our contestants will be igniting our minds with their words. Now I will read out the contestants' names with their slot numbers. First one slot, contestant number 1 is Toastmaster Deepak Tyagu. Second, contestant number 2, Madam Toastmaster Meera Nambiar. Contestant number 3, Madam Toastmaster Shakampari. Contestant number 4, Toastmaster Bala Subramaniam. Contestant number 5, Madam Toastmaster Jyoti Jain Warrior. Contestant number 6, Toastmaster Murali Rao. And contestant number 7, Toastmaster Mehul Chauhan. And contestant number 8, Toastmaster Muhammad Irshad. And during our pre-contest briefing, the contestants have been briefed on the speech contest rules by our chief judge. And these above speaking orders were also determined by draw of lots. I hope sergeants at arms, Zoom master, who will ensure that all contestants are properly arranged. And please, no disturbance when the speakers are delivering the speeches. Please, Chief Judge, if you have any words, please come. Please, you are welcome, sir. Toastmaster Manoj.
Yeah, I need little more time. Okay.
No, if you have anything to speak about this international speech contest rules and regulations, you can have it, sir.
Yeah, I will have. Yeah, good afternoon once again. We are going into the second part of our program, that is International Speech Contest. As far as the timing is concerned, as you know, it is 5 to 7 minutes. 30 seconds grace period on either side. Okay, the person who speaks less than 4 minutes 30 seconds and more than 7 minutes 30 seconds will be disqualified. All contestants and assignees have been briefed, and the briefing session was done yesterday. It is all clear. All contestants have drawn their speaking order as well. The speaker's time commences with the first verbal or non-verbal communication of the audience. So timers will be properly notifying the time. There will be 1 minute silence between each speeches and 3 minutes for the end of the contest for judges to complete their balance. The contest chairperson will introduce the speakers in the following manner by calling out speaker number 1, Toastmaster, and then title of the speech. Then title of the speech, speaker number 1, Toastmaster, like that. You can. After this, means there will not be any disturbance. No, all are requested to keep their mobiles in mute as usual. What we have done, the first contest has gone very smoothly. Similarly, we have to be aligned with the second one also. If there are any questions from the contestants or speakers, if everybody is ready, you can. Any questions? Chief Contest Chair, any questions?
No, no, sir.
No. It's fine. Yeah, are the timers ready? Sandeep?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Judges, are you ready? Fine. Let us proceed with the contest.
Thank you, Chief Judge, for your briefing. It is the province of knowledge to speak and the privilege of wisdom to listen. My dear fellow Toastmasters, guests and judges, are you ready for the privilege of wisdom? If yes, then there is no reason to wait. Let us begin our international speech contest. So first contest number 1, Deepak Tyagu. Title of his speech, Talakaveri. Talakaveri, Deepak Tyagu.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Once a year, go someplace where you have never been before, said His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Go to Bangkok, Thailand, because they offer the best holiday package, said my boss 3 years before, when I was about to go for my first vacation and when I was a bachelor back then, which I had to respectfully decline. Good evening, Toastmasters and fellow contestants. My name is Deepak Tyagu, and I'm here to share the experience about my college final year trip in March 2012. So, as the title says, our trip was to Talakaveri. We were a group of 50 students, and even though we shared the same classroom for the past 4 years, we were like different groups within the same class. So, convincing all these 50 unique individuals to a trip like this was a story altogether in itself. So after a long meticulous planning, finally the day arrived, buses were arranged, and as soon as we got in, the music was on and we all started dancing. For introduction, Kaveri is a river originating in Coorg, Karnataka and flowing through my home state called Tamil Nadu in southern India. So after a 15-hour drive, finally we reached our destination, the Coorg. And the very next day, early morning at 10 o'clock, we reached our spot, Talakaveri. I don't know swimming, so I was well prepared.
I saw all the tutorials in YouTube on how to use a life jacket. All I have to do is to pull the string and let the life jacket inflate itself. So when there's any emergency, so we both float in the water. Because in the river, we may not know, there may be a big shark or a big crocodile which may come across our path, and the boat may turn down, and we may be in water in no second. So I was well prepared for it. But there was a surprise waiting for me that day. I never knew that the guide would throw me into the water once we reached in the middle of the river, which is 30 feet deep. So we were 6 passengers in the boat, our guide and us 6 started. And once we reached a particular spot, the guide forced 2 of the first passengers to fall into the water. So when this was going on, the movie Titanic was running through my mind. There in the movie, when the ship hit an iceberg, all the passengers would jump into the escape boat, and the guard in the movie would threaten them in the gunpoint to throw them into the water. This was the situation. And here, instead of the guard, I have my guide. Instead of the gunpoint, I have the pointy end of the oar threatening all of us. At least there, the hero jumped in with his beautiful lover. But here, I am all alone, going to jump into a freezing water. Of course, we don't have icebergs in River Kaveri, but still, it is a chill weather, and I am in Coorg, the queen of hill stations. So, when all these dramatics were going inside my mind, I finally jumped into the water. Or I can say I was thrown into the water. The first few seconds was very hectic, and it was very chaotic, I can say. I was thrilled and I was frightened at the same time. But after a brief moment of pause, once I started settling down, and once I started floating, and once I came to know that I did not pull any strings in my life jacket to start floating, then the beauty of nature dawned on me. The water was not freezing, but the water was chill enough to calm down my senses. I could feel the water, the tiny splashes against me when I was floating in the river, and I could feel that the river Kaveri herself was greeting me and welcoming me with her open arms. I have never seen any water that green, so green that the surrounding greenery looked pale to me. So in order to enjoy this beauty of the nature, and in order to really relish in the beauty of nature, I have to overcome my mental boundary or my mental fear. As Vivekananda says, the beauty of existence is to have no fear. So this one trip was one life lesson for me, which I did not learn in the 4 years of my classroom education in college. So, my friends, the conclusion is always, all these boundaries that we have about our fears, it's all in the mental, it's all in our mind. So, in order to break away from these mental boundaries, we have to challenge ourselves, and we have to go to these adventurous trips where we can expand our boundaries, and we can enjoy the beauties of nature. So the next time when you have a trip, when you have an opportunity for going for a trip, don't miss it. Take this opportunity and explore yourself. So thanks for your time. Over to you, Kandesha.
Thank you. So audience, now please, we will observe 1 minute silence for the judges to compute their scores. And timer, please help on this to give intimation on the completion of this 1 minute.
Manu, time up.
Thank you, TM Sandeep. Yeah, now we will move to second contestant. Contestant number 2, Madam Toastmaster Meera Nampia. Title of her speech, Dial M for Mother. Dial M for Mother, Meera Nampia.
Am I audible, visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, good evening. My husband and I were sitting in a doctor's cabin for an early morning appointment. A nurse came running to us and softly touched the pink bundle on my lap. The little bundle moved and opened her eyes. 2 wide, limpid eyes stared wistfully from a tiny face. It was magic. The nurse stood awestruck, and my heart was filled with overflowing love. Those misty eyes pulled out at my heartstrings, and that was the moment I received a call which reached out for the mother in me. Dial M for mother. Before entering the sea, a river trembles with fear. She looks back at the path she has traveled so far, from the peaks of the mountains to the long winding road crossing forests and villages. And in front of her, she sees an ocean so vast, and entering there means nothing more than to disappear forever. But the river has no other choice. She has to take the risk of entering the ocean, because only then will her fear disappear. Only then will the river know that it's not about disappearing into the ocean, but becoming the ocean. These are the words of Khalil Gibran. Motherhood, I believe, is such a plunge. Sometimes you have to forget the path you had set for yourself and disappear into the divinity of being a mother. 2 weeks later, after the doctor's appointment, saw me sitting in a local train traveling to work. It was a Monday morning and the first day of work for me after a long maternity leave. A lady entered with an infant. She sat down next to me. The baby looked at me with a shy smile and hugged her mother with her chubby hands. And I sobbed silently through the rest of the train journey. My baby was safely at home with my mother-in-law, but I wanted to be at home with her, and I wanted a career too. Why? Call it the biological laws of nature, call it gender roles, but I would like to think that it was the baby. When she dialed M for mother, everything else changed for me. I grew up in a society where mothers stayed at home and looked after the family. We grew up on movies where Nirupa Roy played the mother who was an epitome of sacrifice, and the highlight of her role being to bring out the iconic Gajar ka halwa, which was a hero son's favorite dish at the right cue. I'm sure the 80s kids would identify with this emotion. At the same time, I was blessed with parents who were extremely ambitious for us. So was my emotional dichotomy a fallout of those growing years? Maybe. At the workplace, I had colleagues on both sides of the fence. Some of them struggling to balance between motherhood and a career and becoming increasingly unhappy in their jobs. And there were others who hated to go home to responsibility and preferred to spend long hours at the workplace. But there were many like me who loved their homes as much as they loved their careers. I remember reading about Indra Nooyi's struggle as a working mother. One of Nooyi's children wrote to her when she was around 5 years old. "Dear mom, please, 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 please come home. I love you, but I would love you more if you came home. So even in the high end of the spectrum, the pangs of a working mother are real. And I would be lying if I failed to admit the pressures at the workplace where people look at your productivity with the benefit of doubt and the guilt of not being at home for your kid's birthday. So truly speaking, you cannot have it all. And for a mother to dedicate her entire life to a career comes at a price. And I was not willing to pay that price. Anyway, for the happy part, I did need to take a break from work. But as my kids grew up, they, along with my husband, pushed me to do the things I love to do. And slowly, I built a career again. My family helped me to expand my world again. Remember, sooner or later, the blinding fog of worship goes and people seek to go back into themselves. You should extend the same regard to your partner's career as much as you would extend to yours. A happy person is a happy partner, a happy mom, and a happy dad. Cut to the present. I am with my daughter, the pink bundle of joy, who's now an aspiring ophthalmologist and an expectant mother. While nourishing and nurturing her, I want to make sure that when she gets dialed M for mother, I'm with her through her conflict, her adventure of life. Hey, wait a minute, I just received a call. Grandmother, she says. Dial M for grandmother? What do you?
Thank you, ma'am. Now again, we will observe a silence for 1 minute and for the judges to make their results. And timer, please help on this.
Time up. 1 minute is over.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sandeep. Yeah, now we will move to our contestant number 3. Contestant number 3, Madam Toastmaster Shakampari. Title of her speech is H2O, Handle, Honor and Overcome. H2O, Handle, Honor and Overcome. Madam Toastmaster Shakampari.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
A man's grasp must be beyond his reach, says Robert Browning. Distinguished judges, guests, fellow Toastmasters, good afternoon to one and all. Bedtime has a very familiar scene in most of our households. Parents snoring halfway through a story and kids all stirred up and wide awake, waiting for a part 1, part 2, and part 3 of the story. And there is a very famous story of the fox and the grapes. I have always wondered if this story has got a right ending. It teaches us not to despise things beyond our reach, but doesn't it unconsciously make us restrict our potential and set limits? Often in life, we face challenges that make us to give up and say the grapes are sour. Some of it are a result of our decisions, and some come as surprise packages but both have the same effect on us. Why does this happen only to me? I would like to recount one of my encounters with such a decision. While I was at college, I had a job offer with a leading MNC. It was the coolest thing I could have asked for. I started, I grew, my company grew, and so did my responsibilities. The real problem started when I got promoted. At home, actually, from being a daughter to a wife and then on to a mother. The paradigm shift happened. My priorities started changing. From changing passwords, I was now changing diaper. From looking at the metrics report, I was looking at the vaccination report. It was at this time that words like stress, time management, multitasking, all these entered into my world. At one point, when the pressure was beyond limits, I decided to give up. My job, of course. But before I let go, I decided to have one last word with the HR, requesting for a work from home option. It was declined. He stated clearly that the company had no policy whatsoever for allowing employees to work from home. Exactly 3 months after I quit, the whole world went into a lockdown. The same company which said there was no policy for work from home had 98% of its workforce staying and working from home. Fellow Toastmasters, to say that I was very disappointed would be the least. What once was a well thought decision completely changed because of the turn of events. My family did not utter a word, but the guilt of a bad and hasty decision lingered in me. From guilt to anger and then to detachment, it all happened. I started shouting at my kids for no reason. I would stay wide awake at night and not sleeping at all. I would just sit there absent-mindedly, staring at things around me, not knowing what was going around. In short, I became a troublesome mother throwing tantrum at the kids. What does a troublesome kid need? It needs a mother's attention. So my mother came, she hugged me, and she had a simple solution. 2 parts of hydrogen and 1 part of oxygen make the universal solvent H2O, water. Yes, very simple indeed. She was an erstwhile chemistry teacher and she spoke in her comfortable language. She continued, whatever test that H2O faces, the chemical nature does not change, whether it is a solid or a liquid or a vapor. Similarly, as a person, when you face the life challenges, there is this H2O, handle, honor, and overcome. Face the challenge, honor it because it is teaching you a major life lesson, and finally overcome it. At the end, what matters is whether we go up as the vapor notwithstanding the heat, or whether we keep our cool and become the rock solid ice. Her words rang the bell. It made me realize that the grapes are not sour. I could still jump up to reach for it at any time. I could see the world of opportunities available, and with my confidence, I could get back to the work life at any time. But this opportunity that I had in front of me, the time with my kids, was precious. It was what I had longed for. I could share the love with them, cook a delicious meal, and not to forget the bedtime stories. So at the end, I overcame. I let go of the regret that kept pulling me down. And the year that has gone by was one of its kind. Several jobs lost, lives lost, and there has been darkness all over. Hello, Toastmasters. If there is any of you out there who has been in a similar situation, either because of your choice or because of a challenge that life threw up, then you just have to be mindful, calm, and get into the Zen mode. And last but not the least, I would suggest you to H2O. Handle, honor, and overcome the problem. And finally, the grapes are not sour. It is just a matter of time before we jump and make a taste of it. Do you agree with me? Thank you. Over to you, contestant.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Audience, we will again observe 1 minute silence for the judges to compute their scores. And timer, Toastmaster Sandeep, please help on this to intimate the completion of 1 minute, please.
Toastmaster Manu, time is over.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Yeah, now we will move to our contestant number 4, Toastmaster Balasubramaniam. Title of his speech is One Pass. One Pass, Toastmaster Balasubramaniam.
Master of Ceremonies, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Am I visible, sir?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Success in life is not about what you accomplish. It's all about what you inspire others to do. Master of Ceremonies, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, good evening to all. It was our first ever inter-school hockey tournament semi-final match. Just about the match time, there were around 500 odd kids covering each and every yard of the hockey ground, cheering our rival team just against 6 of our cheer members. Even before the match began, we were morally defeated. As a member of that forward line, till date, I regret my performance for that game. Hardly we could put sticks to the ball. We couldn't even complete one pass. We were humiliated. We had a 4-0 humiliating defeat. The team was shattered. The team was broken into pieces. We were not confident any further. As they say, success has many owners. That day, the whole team was passing the buck to one another. Although, after some time, we recouped ourselves. We said we have come across it. But deep down, each member of the team knew deep down the scar was deep. We had that carryover of scar for quite some time. Years rolled down, I entered into my engineering college. I had the privilege of playing for my engineering college hockey team. Irony, in an inter-college hockey tournament match, I was on one side. My schoolmate, who was part of that 4-0 humiliation defeat, was playing for the rival side. Our coach, Soundarajan sir, he was tactically prowess. He called me just before the match and said, Bala, I said, yes, sir. Today, your task is not to play as a forward line player. Your key role for the day is to make sure that you block the rival team captain from playing effectively. Because if he plays effectively, we are done for good. I just froze. Reason, I am 5 feet nothing. He was a 6 feet well-built bloke. Every time when I went near him, he used to remind me, bro, remember your jaws. Take care of your head. And then my friend used to remind, don't ever try to go near our captain. I was terrified. Every time when his stick used to hit my stick, it either used to fly or it used to vibrate. Life tests you for the better. The rubbing on the salt for the wound was, we were trailing 1-0 at the halftime break. At the halftime, our coach sir called me and the defenders aside, and he said, Bala, for once in the second half, stay at the rival half. Don't ever come back whatsoever. And he instructed our defenders, if at all the opponent teams loses the ball, just watch for Bala and put the ball straight to him. It looked simple, and we were all nodding our heads, although we were not sure about his points. But as they say, just like in football, when your coach says, put your body in line, you put your body in line. The second half resumed. Our coach turned out to be prophetic. The rival team captain lost the ball in our 20-yard circle. Our defender received the ball, lifted his head, looking for me, saw me in the rival half, left completely unmarked. He hit the ball as hard as possible. Me standing at the opponent half, seeing the ball coming like a trace of bullet, just stopped. There was only one thing which was going in my mind: the humiliation of that 4-0 trotting defeat in my school time. I took the ball deep in the opponent D. There was only one final barrier to cross. That was the goalkeeper of the opponent team. And I just put it back at the back of the net. The team which was down at halftime 1-0 trailing, the sulking shoulders got its energy back. The team was back and running. We soon went on to win that game 3-1. One pass. That's all it takes, my dear friends. If you look deep down in the history, it's always been that one pass which turned history. It would have been just another apple fall moment had it not been Sir Isaac Newton's one pass observation of changing and significant historic event in the past. Had it been not the perseverance of Archimedes for the one pass observation, it would have been just another overfill incident. My dear Toastmasters, time and life will always give you that one pass moment. It's duty bound upon us as individuals to make sure we convert that one pass into our advantage in every arena wherever we are trying to make our mark. If you are looking to work on a relationship for betterment, just wait for your one pass. If you're trying to work on your dreams, just wait for your one pass. If you're trying to pursue your goals, just wait for your one pass. Robert Kiyosaki says, broke is temporary. Weather out the intermittent challenges. Life for sure will give you an one pass moment. When you get that, just make sure you put it at the back of the net. Life for sure will be taking you to the next set of challenges. One pass. That's all it matters. Master of Ceremonies, back to you.
Thank you, Bala. Thanks. Now, please, similarly, audience, we will observe 1 minute silence for the judges to compute their scores. And timer, TM Sandeep, please help me on getting an intimation on completion of this 1 minute.
One minute is over.
Thank you. So now we will move to contestant number 5, Madam Toastmaster Jyoti Jain Warrior. Title of her speech is Let Go. So let go, Madam Toastmaster Jyoti Jain Warrior.
Thank you. Melodious music was playing at the restaurant. It was a pleasant evening. My husband Jain was enjoying his meal. My favorite seafood was served at the table. But I wasn't enjoying any of these. I was angry, frustrated. I want vengeance. Contest chair, distinguished guests, and my dear fellow Toastmasters, good evening. This incident happened a few years ago in my hometown. We had decided to have dinner outside. As it was a local festival season, the city was crowded and it wasn't easy to get a parking. We had to take 2 rounds of the area near the restaurant, and finally we spotted the reverse lights of a car pulling out from a parking slot. My husband Jain stopped the car, leaving enough space for this car to leave. After this car left, we were about to park when suddenly from behind another car came and just tried to get into that slot. Jain wasn't expecting this, and so our car almost hit the other one. Suddenly, a furious looking man jumped out from that car, banging on our bonnet. He started shouting and yelling at Jain. I looked at Jain. I was expecting him to respond in some way, but he was silent. This isn't fair. It was not your mistake, and still that man is shouting at you. Why don't you say something? But he just said, let go. We'll find another parking. No, I couldn't let that happen. The next moment, I was out like a storm and I said to that man, hey, look here. This was not our mistake. We came here first and we are going to park here. Now this man, he went to Jain and he said, hey, come out like a man, act like a man, don't hide behind a woman. And to me, he said, I'm not interested to talking to women. And again, he banged on the bonnet of our car. Now, this was the limit. I started shivering, shaking like out of extreme rage, and I shouted at him, hey, come on, don't you dare touch our car. And we found this parking first. We are parking it here, that's it. Now, a small crowd had started gathering, and from the positions of the car, it was very much clear that he came from the wrong side. Maybe our antagonist also sensed this. He cursed under his breath, got back into his car, and drove off. We parked our car, entered the restaurant, found a place, and ordered our food. My favorite seafood was served. But I was still shaking with rage. I was angry. I should have said more. Jain, you should have joined me. What? Some of the people in the crowd should have supported us. And soon, the feeling of guilt and embarrassment was swept over me. In short, the whole evening was spoiled. And on the following days too, this event kept coming back into my thoughts as a disturbing experience. What did I gain? Now, meanwhile, the super cool hero behind the wheel, my husband Jain, he remained calm and composed and was at peace. His mantra to attain this was count up to 10 and let go. That is the time we need to get control over our negative emotion, he says. And sometimes, even in some certain life situations, it becomes necessary to let go. We can compare this to exhale. I read somewhere. Exhale and let go. and inhale becomes easier. It is our chance to feel peaceful, and it creates space for positive thinking. Now, I wanted to master this art, but each time or most of the time, I miserably failed. Last month, I was at an airport returning from India. We had a queue they were checking the PCR test results. I noticed that some people were getting into the queue, breaking the queue, taking advantage of the social distancing. And guess what? 2 of them got right in front of me. Jyoti, come on, this is your chance to try the mantra. On one side was this old Jyoti who wanted to give them a piece of her mind, advise them on rules and manners. And on this other side was this new Jyoti who calmly started counting from 1, 2, and it happened. I finally successfully completed counting up to 10. I exhaled and let go. I inhaled peace. Dear friends, this kind of conflicts keep happening in our lives. When things don't happen the way we have expected them to happen, or people don't behave as we wanted them to, or we did not get what we deserve, maybe at home or at workplace or in the society. Let go is not failing. Let go is not falling short, but let go is releasing all that doesn't serve us anymore. It is ending everything over which we don't have control over. It is easily said than done, isn't it? But letting go is a powerful tool that will not let us give up on ourselves. I will keep trying this. How about you? Thank you. Over to you, contest chair.
Thank you, ma'am. So again, we will observe 1 minute silence for the judges to complete their scores. And timer, please help me on this.
One minute is finished. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Now we will move to contestant number 6. This is Toastmaster Murli Rao. Title of his speech is Washing My Own Plate. So, washing my own plate, Toastmaster Murli Rao.
Sir, am I visible and audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. No one's gonna drag you to the light where you belong. Good evening, dear friends and Toastmasters. The familiar waft of freshly boiled tea with just that hint of cardamom hit my nostrils as I eyed my cup of tea and reached out to the biscuit. I bit the first crunch, the crunch made more pleasurable by the first sip of tea. Wow, that was perfect. Appreciating the afternoon holiday mood, I closed my eyes to soak in the moment. Tring, tring, the mobile phone rang, and I got up and I was brought back to the table. It was my wife. "Hi, honey, how are you?" I said in an enthusiastic tone. As she replied back, I could notice that she was a tad upset. I inquired, "What's the problem? Where are the kids?" "Oh, your kids. As usual, your daughter is in the WhatsApp with her friends, and your son is in a so-called online class. And guess what? I'm never sure whether he's attending the class or he's watching some stupid online games." I tried to calm her down. I told, "Come on, dear, I was just inquiring. Maybe you can share what happened." "Oh, your son again forgot to take notes in his class. And you know why? He was paying attention in class, and that's why he could not. This is the nth time the teacher has filed the same complaint on him. How irresponsible he can be." "I just can't believe it," said my wife in utter desperation. I could hear my son leaving the room, banging the door shut. This conversation really startled me. As we closed the call that night, I could not sleep. I tossed on my bed, trying to answer questions to the episode that just happened. Were we not good enough parents? Why could not my kids see what clearly we could see? My mind drifted to my mom. It happens at such times. It's been 34 long years since I have missed her. As I remembered my mom and her lesson, my eyes turned moist. I decided to have a father-son straight talk the next day. The next day, after our initial talk, I said to my son, "Beta, I want to share something with you, something which happened way back in my childhood. Probably I was your age. It was a Sunday afternoon. The whole family was dining together. And after I winded up my lunch, I just got up. My sister, who was also getting up, picked her plate and was about to pick mine to leave it in the sink. Suddenly my mom said, "Stop, Buji. Don't pick up that plate. Kittu," that was my pet name then. "Kittu, pick up your plate, take it to the sink and wash it." My stomach twirled, blood rushing to my face and my eyes turned red. Why? What's the problem if sis does it? My mom, a very gentle soul, could be quite assertive at times. She simply said, "Kittu, I want you to be responsible for yourself. You will not understand it now, but for the time being, do as I told. Just go to the sink, take your plate and wash it as best as you can." I grudgingly took the plate, and I'd never washed a dish in my life. But I did that on that day as best as I could. Time passed, and a couple of years later, my mom also passed away. The absence of my mom created a huge vacuum in my life. The family went through difficult times. I tried to help my family as much as I could by washing my own clothes, ironing them, and sometimes helping my sister to cook. This streak of self-reliance has kept me in good stead even today, while dealing with people, and more importantly, while dealing with myself, while I accomplish my personal and professional goals. Beta, I want you to be your own master. I know we are all different, But yes, we have to all find our own ways, wash our own plates. This simple message has left a lasting impact on my son. My mother has lived on. My son is a changed person now. Post that chat, he has made his own schedule. Yes, his grades have improved. No more excuses. He sometimes helps his mom better than last previously, and he's a more loving brother. And yes, how can I forget? He has learned to ride a bike all by himself by his own initiative. Now my son sometimes says, Dad, am I not better? Yes, I am, isn't it? All thanks to Grandma. Dear Toastmasters, as Bapuji once said, self-reliance is the only true road to true freedom. And being gracious, being one's own person, its own reward, a sort of glorious independence. Dear friends and Toastmasters, as an individual, as a society, as a country, we have to be accountable and responsible for our own destinies. And being self-reliant is the only true way, just like washing our plates. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Again, we will observe one more minute for silence for the judges to compute their scores. So timer, please help me on this and intimate on completion of 1 minute. Thanks. Thank you, Toastmaster. Now we will go to our contestant number 7, Toastmaster Mehul Chauhan. Title of his speech, Being Alive. Being Alive, Toastmaster Mehul Chauhan.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Am I visible?
Yes.
As a kid, I was knowing that I have extra abilities. I was very, very sure that if I put my wish, writing it down on a piece of paper and put it under the pillow, God will come and it will be true. I was very certain that Santa will come. I was a very playful kid. I had a lot of time and of course, a lot of energy as a kid. Fellow Toastmasters, fellow contestants, respected judges, and all the wonderful guests, good evening to all of you. It was a Saturday morning when I was in my college days, final year of my college. We all 4 or 5 friends were sitting, chilling out, having some chai, and we were discussing what career aspiration people have. One of my friends said, I want to be a professor. Other says, I like research, so I will do a research. Somebody says, I will do a corporate job. You guys watch out. I'm gonna have millions in my account. Suddenly, one of our friends came and he said, "Hey guys, do you know that there is a blood bank newly opened next to our hostel? Why don't we go there and do some philanthropy? We donate our blood." We all said, no. One guy said, "Who will take our blood? Nobody will like our blood. It's very bitter." Okay. The conversation went, but next day morning, we all were hungry. And then all of us thought, "Hey guys, those people will give you 2 Parle-G biscuits and a juice." We all decided to give our blood. We went there, we finished the formality, got 2 Parle-G biscuits and a juice, and then we happily come back and enjoyed our life. After 4-5 days, our warden called, "Hey guys, there are some post has come for you guys. Please come and take it." We all guys went there. Everybody saw it was a blood report from the newly opened. It was part of their process. So they delivered a blood report to our hostel and we all are reading our blood. One guy is saying, "I have this lipid profile." Other says, to my notice, mine was having one extra letter attached to it. To my surprise, I started reading the letter. The letter was starting like this: "We regret to inform you that we cannot take your blood for our blood bank because we have found the traces of AIDS in your blood." My hand started trembling with that letter like this, and it just fell off my hand. The life, the thing we called as life, suddenly changed from the brightness to the darkness. I was having a lot of questions in my mind. How it can happen to me? My logical mind said it is impossible. My social mind said that what my friends will talk about me, what my lecturer and professors will talk about me, what my parents will think about me. I am clean. And with all those puzzles, questions, turmoil in my mind, I decided to went to the nearby temple. The temple where I used to go always with my girlfriend. But this time I decided to go alone. I went into the temple. I wanted to ask only one question to that God, why he did this to me. I went out. Of course, I could not get an answer. I went out. I was sitting on a bench outside the temple. One beggar came to me. I noticed this beggar is the same beggar when he used to come before. I used to scold him, "Hey, Poda, go away, do some job, find your career aspirations." But this time, my tone was softer. I asked him, "Why you don't you do something?" He said, "Sir, do you know those 2 kids are my kids? My wife is around me. I have my family with me. I have my God near me. And that shopkeeper, I have a special relationship with him. He gives me discount." He said, "Sir, I have everything I need in my life." I got a very important lesson of my life. Next day, I went to see the doctor about evaluation of my report. I told doctor, I have received this letter. Doctor said, "Oh, we are sorry. We are newly opened bank. So by mistake, secretary made a mistake and they send a wrong report to you." Those 2 days of my life gave me the very important lesson of my life, which I remember till today. As Dr. Stephen Covey says in 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, if life is a jar and if you need to fill big rocks and pebbles and medium-sized rock, you always put your big rock first and let the pebble joining and filling the spaces around it. Do you have troubling kids? Do you have your boss which is troubling you? Do you have a bad wife? Guys, the most important part is big rocks of your life. Big rocks of your life is your hobbies, your relationships, your friends. The remaining small trivial things like my kid is not listening to me, what should I? Those are not important. The most important thing which I understand from that incident is that I am not a super kid. I am not a superhuman. I'm just a simple human being. And for me, my big rocks are my relationships, my hobbies, my family togetherness. And the most important thing is, as a human, I am alive today. Over to you, contact chair. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Now, we will observe another 1 minute of silence for the judges to compute their scores. Timer, please help me on this. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster. So now we will go to our contestant number 8, Toastmaster Mohammad Irshad. Title of his speech is The Habits. The Habits, Toastmaster Mohammad Irshad.
Am I visible?
Yes.
Oh, if it is replayed, I'm audible also. Thank you very much. The habits are the result of your taste, interest, and continuous practice. Whether that may be good or a bad habit, you need to invest the same amount of time and effort to make it fruitful. But think about your situation. By the time of realizing that the fruit you get after so much of effort is full of worms and good for nothing. Context chair, distinguished Toastmasters, a warm good evening to all of you. I could not think of a day, especially a morning, without a coffee. A hot coffee in the morning will make the difference, mainly in the toilet. During my college days, for every break, I used to go for a coffee. I don't really remember when I have started that habit, but I know from childhood, I like tea and coffee. My father used to drink a lot of tea and coffee, mainly with a smoke. We had a huge and beautiful mango tree in front of our house, and my father had an outdoor setup just under the shade of the tree. A chair, a table with some newspaper, and a tea with a cigarette. We can see the smoke all the time around the tree. Most of the time, my dad will have a lot of friends around him. My mother used to tell their mood and ambience of discussion even from far away through the quantity of smoke arises. The day and months passed. My father still continued enjoyment of filling the smoke in the sky. Quite natural. I was also started to upgrade my habit from tea with a smoke. But later my father had a stomach issue. The doctor told him not to smoke anymore. And he advised all the family members to look after my father and discourage him from smoking and not even tea and coffee. After the consultation, The senior doctor went for a coffee break. Sorry, actually it is a smoke break. I thought to give a company because I still had that doubt to be clarified. I had asked him, doctor, you told my father not even tea or coffee. Why? I can understand the smoke. Doctor took the cigarette from his mouth and told, the coffee and the tea what we are getting from the market is the blend of harmful elements. And the tea and coffee we drink from the coffee shop and hotels may not be 100% pure. According to the recent study, continuous usage of tea or coffee are same as using a small quantity of poison daily. In fact, there is no health benefit, but the chances of getting diseases are very, very high. That was strange and an eye-opening message for me. Dr. Luke took the last puff and he was about to go back to the clinic. So I have asked that last doubt. Then, why don't you stop smoking, doctor? He turned to me with a smile and told, I got this gift of habit from my college hostel life and I'm still trying to stop, but I don't know when I can. Whereas my father stopped smoking, but only in front of my family members. We know that he is trying his level best to quit. The chair from the tree never moved, but we don't see him all the time on the chair. Sometimes he played hide and seek. He could not 100% stop smoking. I was surprised and thought, if some habits are not recorded to continue, then what is the big deal to stop? What is the issue for my father and that even the doctor? Why they are not able to stop? That day, I had taken a decision for me to stop drinking tea, coffee, and smoke. Instead of my coffee, I start drinking hot water. So the toilet issue is being resolved. Chit chat and roaming around with the colleagues during break time also stopped because that may tempt me. I could manage somehow 2 days, but the third day, the tea boy asked me, sir, tea or coffee? Automatically, I replied as usual, yes, the very same strong tea. After realizing the mistake, I told him, my friend, I'm sorry, I stopped drinking tea and coffee. Even said that it took almost 3 months time for me to be free from that habit completely with a very strong will and determination. One day, my mother called me in office and asked me to come back immediately because my father was admitted again in hospital. He wanted to see me. This time he was admitted in regional cancer center. After so much of struggle, I could 2 minutes time to meet my father. And I started crying as soon as I saw him. Because of radiation and medicines, he was totally changed. All his hairs were removed and he looked pale and weak. After some time, he opened his eyes and he asked me to sit in his bed. With a feeble voice, he told me, Rishad, I need to smoke, get me one. I was shocked and stood up like a spring and I just looked around whether anybody heard. He realized my anxiety and asked me to sit again. Then he told me, you should learn a lesson from me. Even in this pathetic and painful situation, I really feel the smoke. All my body and veins are literally tempting me to smoke. I asked your mother to call you back all the way to tell only one message, that you never get addicted to anything. Whatever may be, tea, coffee, or a smoke, all are equally dangerous. And all those bad habits will lead you to be a miserable end. Still, whenever and wherever I see somebody drinking tea, coffee, or smoking, that voice of my father echoes in my ears. Be away from bad habit. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmasters. Thank you. So we will observe 1 minute silence again for the, actually,
3 minutes.
Toastmaster Muhammad Irshad was our last contestant. So now we will remain silent for 3 minutes while judges complete their ballots. Yeah, remember, this will be the final judgment of the international speech contest. The timers, please give your time report to the chief judge, and also please inform us on the completion of the 3 minutes.
Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Manu, sir.
Yeah.
If you can just look into your chat box, inbox, or your WhatsApp for a minute, sir. Thank you.
Toastmaster Manu, 3 minutes is over.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster. I hope judges are already done their job. And finally, they have handed over their ballot to tally counters. And meanwhile, we will go with contestant participation certificate distribution. Zoom Master, Toastmaster Manoj.
Yes.
Yeah. We will give this a contest participation certificate for this international speech contest. Contestant number 1, Deepak Tyagu. Contestant number 2, Madam Toastmaster Meera Nambiar. Contestant number 3, Madam Toastmaster Shakampari Chandrasekharan. Contestant number 4, Toastmaster Bala Subramaniam. Contestant number 5, Madam Toastmaster Jodi Warrior. Contestant number 6, Toastmaster Murli Rao. Contestant number 7, Toastmaster Mehul Chauhan. And contestant number 8, Toastmaster Mohammad Irshad. Thank you, Toastmaster Manoj. Wish you all success and good luck for the contestants. Thank you. Now, we have our distinguished guests here, and they are very senior and experienced Toastmasters. So we will get some advices from the most distinguished guests. So let me call upon distinguished Toastmaster Sadagoban sir. Can you share your experience with us, our contestants and club members? Sadagoban sir, are you there?
Master of Ceremonies looks like he's not available. Maybe we can.
Yeah. I will go with distinguished Toastmaster Jacob Kuriakos. Sir, please share your experience with us, our contestants and our club members. He is also not there.
He also looks like he left. He was here till now.
Yeah. Okay, then I will invite distinguished Toastmaster Paul Alapat, sir. Please share your experience with us, sir.
Thank you so much for this opportunity to be part of this contest. I'm extremely pleased to see the progress achieved by Mind Academy Toastmasters Club within this short span of time. 1 year, you can't believe the newsletter that you have brought forward and the quality of speeches that I witnessed during this contest, and also the level of evaluations. I also salute the target speaker, the young girl. She spoke well, and it is very professionally organized, the contest itself. To conduct something online is not that easy, I know. It needs a lot of background work, lot of efforts, lot of coordination, and all those things are well done. So it was indeed an educational experience for me. And I wish to thank my friends, Manoj, Bala, Murali Krishnan, and everyone behind the scene, and Manu. So it's indeed a pleasure to see a lot of my friends whom I haven't seen for a long time on this platform. And thanks once again for this opportunity, and all the best for the future of this Mind Academy Toastmasters Club. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thanks so much for your nice words. Thank you. And now I will invite Biju CR, distinguished Toastmaster Biju CR. Please, sir, share your experience with our contestants as well as our club members.
Thank you. Division D Director, DTM Koteeswaran. Program Quality Director, DTM Murali Krishnan. Area Director, Toastmaster Anit. Honorable judges, distinguished guests, dear Mind Academy Toastmasters Club members, good evening to all. Today evening was a cherished and proud moment for me as a sponsor of Mind Academy Toastmasters Club. And indeed, I witnessed a classic contest. Best wishes to all the contestants participated in evaluation and international speeches. I wish your best performance in area, division, district, and even international level. You can do it. No matter who is winning today or losing, but you got the courage to come out from your comfort zone and show your polished talents. All the speeches were vivid and good message to carry. Hearty congratulations. Dr. APJ Kalam once said, all of us do not have the equal talents, but all of us have an equal opportunity to develop our talents. No one can say that today's contest for a new club. The big number of participation, 6 contestants in evaluation and 8 number of contestants in international speech, is itself proved that equal opportunities were grabbed by all the members and came out from the comfort zone and showed your talent. You are something different and trendsetters in Toastmaster fraternity. So you polished yourself in short span of 1 year. It's a big achievement. Hearty congratulations to dear President Bala, Exicom, the Master of Ceremony, Mr. Toastmaster Manu, for beautifully conducting this first international speech and evaluation contest with elegant style. Congratulations to editorial team for successfully releasing the club magazine. And finally, special congratulations to all contestants and assignees for conducting this contest. Keep up and continue the passion and the spirit of enthusiasm. Best wishes. Back to Master of Ceremony.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your nice words and your advices. Thank you. Now I will invite our own mentor, Division D Director, Kotishwaran sir. He was helping us, our contestant, from last 1 week or more than that. He was always with us. And yesterday, I think till he was there with our contestants till night, late night. So thank you, Kotishwaran sir. Please share your experience with our contestants as well as our other club members, Toastmasters. Thanks.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Manu. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
5 years back in a Division L, there's a new club chartered, that is Darvico Toastmasters Club. We thought of it as a corporate club. Today, that's one of the best club in Division L, and they are competing in all respects. So I am having the same kind of feeling for Mind Academy Toastmasters Club. Within a span of not even 1 year, it's February, I think so mid-February or 21st February it was charted. So even we have not completed even a year. You have seen this international speech contestants are more than the evaluation contestants. That itself shows, as Biju rightly, DTM Biju rightly pointed out, we grabbed the opportunity. We created the platform. So first of all, I would like to congratulate the ExCom led by President Toastmaster Bala. You did a wonderful job creating opportunity and giving us the right, I can say, mentoring or the training sessions. I was involved a couple of training sessions even. And also we need to appreciate, special appreciation goes to DTM Murli and Toastmaster Vichitama, because I have witnessed them. Even though they are away from the club or the meeting, still they are connected. I don't know how they are able to do that. That means that kind of involvement. They are that. That's what I told them. It's a child for them actually. They're taking care of very well about the club. So when I am talking about the contest, it's amazing concept. The evaluations, they are matured evaluations, international speeches, or the powerful messages which is coming up. I hope we are going to have a very tough competition, or the Mind Academy is going to give a tough competition in Division L even. So I wish the club has to grow, because we are seeing a lot of dynamics. And one beautiful thing I would like to always highlight on Mind Academy is the spectrum of the members. It could be like a Gauri Warrior is just 18 or 19 years here, and if you see the Toastmaster like VPPR, that's extreme cases, and you have a complete spectrum. But what it needs is just an opportunity. So you are creating a good amount of opportunities on the platform for them to flourish or just fine-tune it. So in my opinion, Mind Academy Toastmasters Club is going to be another milestone club in Division L in coming future. So with this note, I wish all the best and all the efforts who is behind the scene and who is running the show. Even I would like to appreciate and congratulate, wish you all the best for the endeavors. Let us have that. We need to go a long way. Let us have that sustainability with all the support from the Toastmaster fraternity. Wish you all the best, and over to you, Master Sunis, for this hour.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your nice words and the support which you are giving yesterday also, today also. And sir, thanks for it. And now I will invite distinguished Toastmaster Ravi Kumar sir. Please come and share your thoughts and advices to our contestants as well as the club members, sir.
Maybe we missed him, the connection. I believe, sir. Maybe we can move on. I believe. Maybe once he's back, we can connect him with him again.
Yeah.
Master,
Okay.
please. Thank you.
Okay. I think Anit Kumar, Toastmaster Anit Kumar is also not there. I couldn't see in the participation list. Now Shibu sir is also not there.
Better our Mentor Murali can take over for some time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I am waiting. I'm waiting.
Yeah, no welcome
So,
is required.
Master
for
of
our-
Ceremonies, Master of Ceremonies and Club Sponsor, Distinguished Toastmaster Murali sir, if you both permit, I'll take the opportunity to invite Distinguished Toastmaster Venkat Devarajan sir, and also Club President of Jubail Tamil Toastmasters Club, Madam Toastmaster
Sure,
Sundari Venkat, to share their thoughts and reflections and words of advice for the budding club like us to move ahead in the right direction.
Sure, President. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, everyone. I think there cannot be a better opportunity to join a contest. We are early for the next contest of your club. Today is a contest day everywhere, so we were engaged in other couple of contest events. But one thing is for sure, mind is always in our mind and hearts. So we can never miss Mind Academy because it has so many beautiful friends of us and our families. So we join to personally wish you all the very best. You're doing a great job, and we are very proud of each and every Toastmaster associated with Mind Academy. I believe that one contrasting thing about Mind Academy is that, as our division director Kotis had mentioned, it is both a corporate club, community club, and as well as a family club. So you will never find such a wonderful club and a very privileged club, the whole of our District 79. So no one will believe that Mind is just an year old. So you're doing great, and you are a very big inspiration for many of the clubs which are newly appearing in the forum. This is important because it is very easy to start a club, and it's really tough to keep it continuing that great progress and journey. So we are very much happy to be a part of this wonderful club, and great to see all our dear friends. I am very happy to see some of my dear, very old friends like our Pauleta, DTM Biju, and our Periyar Club President and our division director. I think we have a star of all our friends and families, and our best wishes to every one of you. May God bless your efforts, and you please continue to keep inspiring us. Great to join us, and we will listen to our president. Maybe I think you would have listened to me very often. So let us listen to our president as well. Thank you very much. One second.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, 1 second. So let me hand over to our president so that she can take over.
Vanakkam, dear President, my dear friends, my dear brother, Master Bala, our respected leaders and friends, Vanakkam and good evening. Thanks
Good
for
evening.
your kind invitation to be a part of this wonderful event. My hearty congratulations to you and the club sponsor, mentors, leaders, and member of the club. As a well-wisher of this wonderful and distinguished club, Mind Academy Toastmasters, I extend my best wishes and prayers for the continued success of the club and its member. You are doing a great service to our fraternity. I am very proud of your achievement, and may God bless you with more power to empower more of our mother and sisters with greater communication and leadership skill. Make this world a beautiful place for all of us. All the best. Thank you, and over to the president. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for your nice
Thank you, Madam
words.
President. Thank you. Thank you,
Thanks
sir.
for your time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Back to you, Master of Ceremonies. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, President. Yeah, now the welcome introduction is not required for this person. He is our mentor, our club sponsor, and he is Mind Academy. Mind Academy is he. I welcome DTM Murali Krishnan. Please come to the stage, and stage is yours, sir.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Manu Harihar. indeed a great pleasure witnessing you at the helm of affairs today. To all the members present over here, myself and Manu, we are batchmates from engineering college. So happy to see him, steering the activities from the head. Great job, Toastmaster Manu Harihar.
Thank you.
He's been a Toastmaster. We recently inducted him, and I'm sure that nobody would say that he's just joined as a Toastmaster. Great job. Hats off to you, Toastmaster Manu Harihar.
Thank you, Murli. Thanks.
With that note, let me tell that Friday, 29th of January 2021, I think this is going to be marked in golden letters in the history of Mind Academy Toastmasters Club.
Sure.
And I consider this as the turning point moment for Mind Academy. Why? Because the contestants, that the way they delivered the speech, I hope this is the moment when we have announced the Toastmasters fraternity all around that here is a club, that is going to produce quality people all around. Really happy to see all the speeches, all the evaluations, variety of speeches, and the way they delivered. And I'm so happy when Talaivar, DTM Venkat said that Mind Academy is indeed an inspiration to many other clubs. That speaks volumes about what Mind Academy is all about. This is all because of the members of our club, the Exicom and Toastmaster Bala, our president, leading from the front, inspiring people all around, encouraging people all around, motivating people all around to be the best in the business. Thank you all. Thank you, Bala, for leading from the front, and thank you all the members for accepting the challenge and placing us in a platform, rightly as DDD mentioned, where people would look up to our members. And from here, it's like we moving into the next stage. Till now, we were within our club. We polished our skills and it was very much evident. Now it's time to go to area, go to district. And I'm sure that hearing certain speeches, and I'm sure that certain speeches are really well crafted, well delivered. I'm sure that those are going to reach the district level, if not more. Wish you all the very best. And one thing which I would like to, place on record in this moment is thanks a great deal to our DDD. And I would like to bring this point again. I've told many times, we are Mind Academy Toastmasters Club is part of Division L, but we have a Division D director coming here and mentoring our members. All the 8 contestants pass through his mentorship, and I'm sure that, and we always say that in speech contest there are 3 speeches: the one you practiced, the one you delivered, and the one you wish you deliver. And it is the process. It is the process that makes us real Toastmasters. It is the process that makes us our real communicators. It is the process that makes us real leaders. It's not what you do on this day that matters. What matters is what has taken you through, go through the process. And I'm sure that all of you, all the members of Mind Academy Toastmasters Club enjoyed the process. Winning or losing it doesn't matter. It's just on this day, you were good. That's it. Or maybe, some points here and there. But what matters is, have you enjoyed the process? If you have enjoyed the process, that's all you need. After some time, somebody is going to show some certificate. That's it. That's only for the day. But if you are enjoying the process, that's what going to transform you. That's what going to convert you to real leaders, real communicators. And I'm sure that, and thanks to DDD for taking pain. I think if you take it, in our technical term, man-hours, DDD would have spent at least 100 man-hours to support Mind Academy members. Thanks a lot. And also thanks to Chief Judge Manoj C. Nair, for DTM Manoj C. Nair. Also, thanks to our sister club members, Toastmaster Manoj, Toastmaster Sandeep, and Toastmaster Rakesh for helping us in the smooth conduct of the process. Also our own members, Toastmaster Rameshan, Toastmaster Deepak, and Toastmaster Manu Harihar. Great job. And indeed great efforts by all of you. But I'm sure that after completing this contest, and if you really look, you will all feel that how you were 1 month before and how you are feeling now. And this is the transformation process that we all go through when we are part of the contest. With that note, wish you all the very best, and really looking forward, for more such excellent speeches, and quality programs. And wish you all the very best. And what a day to release our magazine as well. Great efforts by VPPR. Indeed a great moment. That's why all put together, I would state this as a turning point day in the history of Mind Academy Toastmasters Club. Back to you, MOC.
Thank you, Murli. Thank you. Thank you for your support as always. And now I will invite DTM Sabu sir, please help us with your experience and share your advices. Please, thanks.
Toastmaster Sabu?
Now your mic is mute, sir.
Can you hear me?
Now it's okay.
Yes, sir.
MOC Toastmaster Manu and President Toastmaster Bala and PQD DTM Murali Krishnan and all dignitaries. A warm good evening.
Good evening, sir.
What is the meaning of success? It's merely a hard work and learning. So that is a success. What I felt today with Mind Academy, I observed all the speeches and evaluations. All the contestants did excellent job, their hard work, and 100%. All, in my opinion, all are winners. All are indeed winners. See, this is in the beginning, President Bala told this is our first contest. Yes, it is your first contest, but your contestants are professional and experienced. That is the speciality I can see from this today's contest. So all the best, the contestants. On the same time, I express my sincere gratitude to the Toastmaster Bala for inviting me to join this meeting. On the same time, all the EXCOM members, especially DTM Murali Krishnan, I express my gratitude. Thank you. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for your support.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now, may I now invite our Chief Judge, DTM Manoj Nair, and he can introduce his team of judges, timers, tally counters, all who were for this show, behind the screen team.
Thank you. Fantastic, Toastmaster Manu, for that invitation. I'm really extremely happy and really, actually, let me tell you that as Madam Toastmaster Jyoti Jain rightly pointed out, I just counted 1, 2, 3 and get relieved. Just now completed the counting and I am relieved now. I really thoroughly enjoyed the fabulous contest. Actually, that's the second part of the contest. International was extremely difficult, extremely hard. Each and everybody was in their best and they have done extremely well, prepared well, delivered well, and with their maximum effort. Some small points here and there of the day might have changed the results. That is the only thing. Other than that, everybody are winners. Each and everybody contested are winners. There is no doubt about it. That much hard work they have taken. Everybody, I am expressing my sincere congratulations to all the participants who have contested today. And winners are the winners of today. Anyway, special congratulations to them too. Already I shared my results to the contest chair already. So he might have shared with our Zoom master already. So thanks once again. Now let me introduce my assignees as well as judges. Actually, as you all know, the judges have done a fantastic job. It was a very tough job, I know very well, because there were ties, there were difficulties here and there, but still, they have done a fantastic job. Everybody has done their best, and I am sure, even though they are anonymous, they need a wonderful round of clap for their hard work, their dedication, and the way they have judged the winners. I will not be able to introduce them, but I sincerely express my sincere thanks to all of them, all the judges who have done a great job today. Thank you very much. Now, regarding my assignees, let me start with our chief tally counter, main tally counter, Toastmaster Rakesh Pillai. Our tally counter is a fantastic orator with a very humorous touch, and he has shown that ability for being a leader by doing this tally counter timely. Thank you, Toastmaster Rakesh Pillai. Our second tally counter is Toastmaster Ramesh Nambia, very diligently done the work. Actually, he had made a separate Excel sheet and shared with me. Actually, it made my work easy, and he has converted the tally sheet into an Excel sheet so that everybody can enter and easily, because I was the first person who has completed that. He had given the Excel sheet with the names and everything. So it was very easy for me. Just put up the numbers there and complete it. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ramesh Nambia. It was fantastic. It was that dedication what he has shown to that work. It is really appreciable. Thank you very much. Now coming into our timers, our chief timer is Toastmaster Sandeep Madhavan. A Toastmaster is an embodiment of dedication and accuracy, I will say. A genuine engineer, and in SABIC is exceptional quality of accuracy. That is, it's as his job, he is doing it in our Toastmasters as well. Exactly, he has given each and every name with their timings to me. And there is any doubt, I was cross-checking one or two. It's extremely fabulous work. Thank you, Toastmaster Sandeep Madhavan, for assisting us, and thank you very much. Our assistant timer is Toastmaster Jose Ben Xavier. So he, as you all know, is a second timer, is an upcoming prodigy and above all expectations. And I express my sincere thanks to him too. Special thanks to our target speaker, youth leader, Shamita Rajashekar. Actually, she had done a fantastic job. Actually, the speech was so brilliant and well crafted. I felt it's very nice, and that might have given a tough time to the evaluators to evaluate it, because since it is well crafted, to find out something out of that. So it was very difficult. Well done, youth leader Shamita Rajashekar. Express my sincere thanks to her too. So altogether, it was a contest, well conducted, well organized, and all credit goes to the whole ExCom, including the President Toastmaster Bala, as well as the mentor Toastmaster DTM Murli Krishnan, and a whole team. Another set of team had worked behind that, that I know. It's very, very well done. Congratulations. I thoroughly enjoyed the fabulously organized contest, and I thank all Mind Academy Toastmaster and Toastmaster Balasubramaniam in particular, and the ExCom for great opportunity. I should not miss our contest chair. Actually, Manu, see, I never felt that he is doing it. He was doing it first time, but it never, that flow, in that flow, he has managed the things. Great work done. Thank you very much. And it is because he made things easy for all of us, because there was a single pinpoint mistake was not there. That much smooth was the things because of him. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Overall, thank you once again, and over to you, Toastmaster Manu.
Thank you, Chief Judge DTM Manoj Nair. Please, we will give a big round of applause to the team behind the show. Thank you the team, judges, Chief Judge, his team of judges, timers, tally counters, target speaker, everybody, all please. Big round of applause. Thanks. Now, what? Now we will move to the most exciting and interesting part of this contest, the results, right? Yes. I already got the results from our chief judge. It is with me, and Zoom Master certificates are also ready. So we will go with the first contest, evaluation. None of the participants are disqualified due to the time. There was no disqualification. All the participants were qualified. So now the second round of evaluation, the second runner-up of the evaluation contest, the speaker who will represent Mind Academy Toastmasters Club in the area level contest in the event of the first runner-up or the winner is unable to participate. As I said in the beginning, two winners, winner and the first runner-up, will represent our club in the area level contest. And this is the second runner-up who will represent our club if the first runner-up or the winner is unable to do so. So, our Zoom master. So the second runner-up is Madam Toastmaster Jyoti Jain Warrior. And now we will move to the first runner-up of the evaluation contest, who will represent Mind Academy Toastmasters Club in the area level contest is, any guesses? It is none other than our president, Toastmaster Bala Subramaniam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And finally, winner of the day for the evaluation contest, who will represent the Mind Academy Toastmasters Club in the area level contest. Any guesses?
Murli San, Murli Rao.
No, it is a madam.
I'm sorry.
Jyoti ma'am.
Madam Toastmaster Vijita Murali.
Excellent.
So now we will move to our most prestigious international speech contest results. So everybody is eager to know the results of this contest, right? Here also there is nobody disqualified. That is a very good thing. Everybody was in the time limit. All the participants were in the time limit. There was no disqualification. Here again, second runner-up for this international speech contest, the speaker who will represent Mind Academy Toastmasters Club in the area level contest in the event of first runner-up or the winner is unable to participate, which is Madam Toastmaster Meera Nambiar. Now we will go to the first runner-up of the international speech contest, who will represent Mind Academy Toastmasters Club in the area level contest. Any guesses? Yeah, I know it was very difficult to guess because all the 8 contestants were equally good, and I I don't know how judges selected 3. Yeah, our first runner-up is Toastmaster Bala Subramaniam. And finally, the winner of our international speech contest. Who? Any guesses? No? And winner of today's international speech contest, who will represent Mind Academy Toastmasters Club in the area level contest, is none other than Madam Toastmaster Jodi Jain Warrior. Congratulations to all the winners. And I personally congratulate all the contestants for your courage and determination to participate in the contest, which is more important than winning. That we have to keep this in the mind. The most important part is for the participation, not the winning part. Winning is part of the contest. Yes, it is there. My dear Toastmasters and guests, was it a marvelous contest?
Yes.
Yes, of course. Yes.
It was outstanding. It was outstanding.
Yes,
Beautiful.
right. You are right. So we will give a round of applause to all the participants, all the contestants. So we witnessed the very great performance of our Toastmasters. And see, the speakers, how they speak and how their speech was, it was very marvelous, and it was a very great speakers actually. Is they were born as speakers? No. It was done by a training, practicing. And in the Toastmasters Club, we all are here for doing the same. We should practice. We should do our trainings properly, get mentoring from our experienced Toastmasters, so that we can go into this level of contest and we can become an international speakers for sure. My sincere gratitude to all fellow Toastmasters, office bearers, and especially our VP Education, Toastmaster Murali Rao, for giving training and selecting the very good contestants and keeping the spirit of the contest speakers. And special thanks to our club president, Toastmaster Bala, and also our club mentor and sponsor, DTM Murali Krishnan, for all your supports. And my sincere thanks to contestants, assignees, chief judge, team of judges who supported me in this today's event. Zoom master, Toastmaster Manoj, he was helping us a lot in preparation of the certificates on time. And judges, chief judge, everybody was marvelous for today's evening. Without everybody's help, it would have been this evening was more beautiful because of all you people. Thank you. Thanks for the evening. Thanks for this opportunity. And over to you, President Bala. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Manu Hariyar sir, for taking us through that historic inaugural club contest with excellent precision. Now, let me ask a question to the esteemed audience and the members who are present here. Do many of you know that this means event which was conducted by Toastmaster Manu Hariyar sir, he has been part of Toastmastering for a very short while, but he took the responsibility with both hands and he delivered a great session and show for all of us to witness. Thank you, sir, for being a great host for all of us. Pleasure, sir. And also, I take this opportunity to share a small gratitude to special members who are part of the evening. Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Deepak Tyagu, for starting the session dot on time as the sergeant arms for the evening. Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak Tyagu, for that. And next, I take this opportunity to thank Toastmaster Manoj Kumar, sir. Enough, however, we can share our gratitude. It's small because, like, it's hard to see or get people as support, and being, like, a support as a Zoom master for a club contest, it means a lot. We are indebted for the great support you have shown to Mind Academy Toastmasters Club, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, President Bala, sir.
Pleasure, sir, always. And last but not the least, our chief judge for the evening, distinguished Toastmaster Manoj Nair, sir. It was an honor and pleasure to have you of our inaugural sessions, chief judge, and you kept us all at ease, and you made this evening very relaxed and easy, as always. You present and take us forward. Thank you, sir, for taking us.
Thank you very much, Bala. Actually, I really enjoyed the contest. Each and every part of the contest was nice, especially that international speech session. Actually, I enjoyed a lot, and special thanks to everybody once again. Thank you very much. I am honored and privileged to be the chief judge for today. It is a privilege for me too. I take it as a privilege for me too. Thank you.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you, sir. It was our honor to have you as our chief judge, as he said, sir. Thank you. An evening, as rightly pointed out by our club sponsor and also by the other distinguished guests, an evening to remember. At this juncture, I sincerely thank all the assignees for making this evening a grand success. As they say, winning or losing doesn't matter. Putting a great fight, putting a great show, that is what matters. And as a new club, if I say that there are members who have been part of this session who have not even delivered beyond certain extent of their speech projects, also came forward and took up the challenge. And that's what speaks about the quality of the club, which is upcoming in Division L. Thank you. The learnings and the team is the real winner of the evening. With a fortnight from now, we are going to have our next contest coming. It's going to be the humor and the table topic contest, which is going to come our way in a fortnight from now. I wish all the very best for the contestants, and also I congratulate all the participants and the assignees for the evening. With that note, I take this opportunity to adjourn this meeting if there is nothing much to be added from the team. Well ahead of time. A club contest conducted, started on time, wrapping it up on time was always been our extreme focus area. Thank you to one and all. Thank you.
Thank
you. Thank you.
Congratulations. Great job. Great job.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's a wonderful job.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
good night.
Thank you,
Thank you
judges.
very much. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Congratulations, everyone.
Bala,
Yes.
if you may stop the YouTube
Yeah.
live, that will be better.
Yeah, 1 minute, sir.
Pauletta, thank you, Pauletta, for joining us.
Thank you
It
so
is
much,
special
Manoj.
thanks to
It's a
Pauletta.
great experience. Yeah, it's a
Toastmaster
great
Manoj, sir,
experience.
can you make the can you make me
Yes.
the host back, sir, so that I can stop the session?
Yeah.
Pauletta, thanks a lot.
Thanks,
you.
Murli. It's a great opportunity. It's a learning experience.
It was our pleasure, sir.
It will
Thank you,
help
Paul,
my
sir.
ELG orators.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.